This daughter is no, let me start that over. This video is specifically for my daughter, and she lost two huge limbs off her favorite oak, and actually more than that. The whole thing came collapsing down. But there's still one main trunk. This is not that oak, but I'm way up in the Sonoma Mountains, and there's an oak had suffered the similar fate. It lost its main structure, yet it is surviving. It's basically curling over, trying to cure the wound. You can see here it's bridging together right there. And anyway, hopefully someday this will totally cure itself and it'll bridge over again. But meanwhile, it still has its main limb. It's looking spectacular, and it's just merrily living its life. And so I wanted to show my daughter that just because our oak lost its main limb does not mean, leaving its main 3 or 4 limbs, does not mean that it's certainly doomed for the rest of time. It can still live a glorious life. And same thing happened with this bay tree here. Look at this. Like, let's look at the pretty side. There's always a pretty side. Like, I have a pretty side, you have a pretty side. Everybody's got a pretty side. Here's the pretty side of the bay tree. Look at this monster, right? You would never know anything was wrong with this tree. It's gorgeous. But when you go to the backside, you'll notice that there was an enormous catastrophe that happened in that, like, a third of the tree just completely blew apart and fell over, and the remnants are still here, and there they are, creating habitat for all kinds of critters and everything else. So anyway, just know that these things happen, and just because you have something really bad happen in your life doesn't mean that you shouldn't continue to thrive. That's the whole message right there.